I don't even think she wears yoga pants. Shorts at that. You know, she can put on the shorts. I think so too. I think she did say she was pansexual. Everybody from Disney gay. And that's the thing too. Disney. First of all, listen. There's elements of the truth that people don't absorb, and I think might become a barrier. That become barriers between my ability to even engage or connect with people. And it's probably my own fault, but I can't apologize for the things I know. And that's the thing, was like protect her image. It's girls out there that would benefit more than Zendaya being herself, like I said, in the sweats and the shorts, and saying this is how she expresses herself, than identifying with that damn Rue character, which is disgusting. Disgusting. And anybody going through that type of thing ain't sitting there tuning into fucking Euphoria. They feel challenged by that and don't want to watch anything like that, or they don't experience it that same way with those famous friends. And don't nobody live in Rue's lifestyle. Watch Rue do that shit. So who are you really talking to? If I had kids, I wouldn't. I'm not the stickler. I wouldn't be the stickler. But if my kids were to watch Euphoria, I would want to know, what is it that you like about this show? What draws you to it? What did you gather from this episode? It would definitely be a project. Show is beyond traumatic. What was I saying? But yeah, that's what we get from Zendaya. The level of that's how they see people of color. You know, that's the thing. She had to be mixed. But everybody from Disney gay. Walt Disney was a pedophile. And those are the things we don't talk about. And for him to have been a pedophile and then base his content in children and the children niche, the niche of childhood consumption, those are the truths around the things that are painted so nicely, that I kind of like to bring a light to, because, and I mean, maybe I'm disrupting whatever, but that's like going to, like, my niece. She's not watching this, and I hope it is no kids watching this, 'cause I'm not for kids. Maybe on occasion, but not right now. Santa didn't work all year. Santa didn't go down to the Kmart and put the layaway in. Santa definitely didn't come down here and wrap these things. There's innocence, and I get that. But you know, there's power in truth. And what did, sitting there watching where people come from, it was, y'all are commenting, I'm going to get to that. There was this whole sit-down thing, and now Michelle Obama's all natural in the hair and stuff like that. But she was sitting down with her mother, and she was just saying how her mother was direct and intentional in her upbringing. And she was saying how she realized that she was raising adults. She wasn't raising kids. And when watching the Scientology, I thought we were supposed to talk about that too. I don't know who, somebody asked me to say that. We were watching the Scientology thing with Leah Remini. Scientologists raise kids. And I'm not saying you need to go out there and do back-breaking labor, but there's more benefit to teaching a child how to put in the work and maintain your surroundings, as opposed to, oh, I'll clean it up, oh, do the thing, you know what I'm saying, things like that. At the end of the day, the earlier the better. Because, like I said, I'm not going to go out there. I'm not living in no place where I got to go cut the grass. But Lord willing, and the situation is, I can. I also know how to trim a bush. I know how to get a couch out of a house. I know how to do things, because not that my parents put me in black work and labor, but like, I don't know, bonding time, I don't know. This is just what me and my dad did. And also too, you know, we were moving around, so things were being done. They got the house doing yard work and stuff like that. And it was like, okay, you're not sitting in the house painting nails, which I wasn't doing, but you're not sitting in the house not doing, you know, come out here and do these things. And that's just that. Yeah, the innocence. Your child could still be innocent. And now let me tell you this. Your child will probably respect you better and treat you better if you tell them little motherfuckers that it ain't a fucking Santa Claus, and it's a, listen, I bought this shit. Ain't no big jolly old Satan nigga coming down. Let me. Is that? I don't want to get suspended. But I never stop. It's shimmying down. We don't even got no chimney. And I double locked the doors and put the alarm on. I made the cookies. I ate the cookies. And the thing is, you never even had to tell them. Then they go to school as a Santa. Listen, this is Santa. This is what they've been teaching you. They tell the kids this. Real with your kids. You wanna know why? Because you know they not gonna be kids. I tell my niece that she's 6. I said, you closer to an adult than you are a baby. Because she is. You closer to bigger than you are younger is actually what I say to her. You're a big girl. And the innocence is still in the, I'll let you, because you don't need to distort or inhibit them from their childhood experiences that they'll naturally have because they only have the capacity to be childlike. But when you finish your food, put the shit up. You made a mess in the living room, clean that shit up. If you want a Christmas gift, it's not coming from a reindeer in a place that we can't even go to. You'll never go. You'll never go there. And not ever, never. You know, and that's the thing. Tooth fairy, no. I had to run out to the bank because I forgot your tooth came out. And now you're sitting there with a 20 because I couldn't get change. It's not the tooth fairy, but no. Like I said, you can start to begin to, because somebody said too, teaching your kid about these fairy tales, these man-made things, once they realize, like I said, the dinosaurs and me shifted everything. Santa Claus and all that stuff could easily shift your child's trust and perception and relationship that you have because like you've pushed these things, especially now, you know, threaten your kids however you got to threaten your kids, but then it's like, oh, I'm going to call Santa and I'm going to get Santa. When your kid turns 17, you be like, you lying bitch. Who were you calling? You never called anybody. Nobody ever came. Nobody ever did anything. You did all these things. I don't think that's really ever to be a child like an adult. You know, and that's, you know, I thought, and that's why I said too, thinking about things like, no, I always did I challenge authority like in school and things like that and jobs and stuff like that. It's just like, no, because people, as I've gotten older, and that's just something I've always picked up on, people get in position and really feel some type of way. People become parents because they want somebody to control. People become police officers because they want somebody to control. They lack control in a natural setting. People become bosses and managers and feel like their position is to manipulate and control. And I've always been responsible for that. I hated student teachers because you felt like you're going to come in here and act like you've been teaching like my teacher who taught my grandmother. Calm your little ass down. We've just 4 years apart. You know what I mean? That sort of thing. And it's all, you know, it's all in the approach, and it's all about how to handle it. Because I'm very graceful when it comes to people who are, and that's what I know things, and I do things, and I am who I am. So when people understand their place and understand what they were meant, what they're there to do. Because at the end of the day, you still teach you there to learn. I don't need you dictating. I don't need you threatening to call my mother. Okay? I don't need you doing all this because listen, you get expelled and I'll shut all this shit down. Okay? But you know, that sort of thing. And especially when it comes to being challenged at work, it's like, listen, especially, you know, I've always been aware of things like that. Why? I haven't the slightest idea. I've always felt slighted, I guess. So looking at things, it's like, okay, well, I'm not going to be slighted here because you're barely in a position to slight, you know? Or just because you're that doesn't mean you're this, you know? That sort of thing. And have been unapologetic, have become unapologetic about that approach, because like I said here, I'm not a role model But in my rhetoric and my candor, I think my positions and my outlooks and my opinions and things like that are not to condemn, hurt, defile, misguide, mislead, just, you know what I'm saying, things like that. Very cautious, intentional in the things that I say. And that's just always kind of been the thing, cautious and aware, you know? And people are frivolous with their actions and their thoughts and things because they found themselves in a position to do, to be, to say, to act, you know? And, you know, sometimes those, the checking and being more cautious and aware and things like that are not the ones warranted or are the ones being benefited. Sometimes it is the reckless and the things because that's just kind of the world that we live in. You know, it is what it is. Especially like, you know, not like I said, but in the video, you know, the Barney thing, the documentary of Barney, the way the hate was just so well received and then spread because of, you say your child is spending, your child has the time to develop a relationship with its fictional character, and instead of replacing that time with television, replacing that television time with your actual presence, you take your time, you create time, and spend that time defiling somebody else, because that's where you feel comfortable. That's where you felt strongest. You know what I mean? So that, you know, people, that kind of becomes a thing that gets, you know, celebrated and things that get recognized and stuff like that. Meanwhile, well, it's like, you know, a little ice cream, a little conversation, you know, go a long way. So the things that are outside of those simple things, like you're trying too hard, you're doing too much, are kind of the things that I've always kind of resisted against. Oh shit. Hold on, you guys. Yes. That's me. Yeah. Okay. Does this, can you see? I want to see if I put the A on here.
Yes, just.
I'm going to try to put it down.
You can put just here with notice. You can just put right here.
I'll say. Thank you very much. He was tapping at the door, y'all. He was tapping at the door. I do like a Christmas, and that's, you know, you grow up in the festives, you know what I'm saying, learning the music. It's like listening to R&B, you know what I mean, or Tina Marie, you know, this R&B, all that stuff. You know, you grow up listening to it, and you know, it takes you to a place, especially when it takes you to a younger place. Of course, you want to be in a younger place because it's the innocence and comfort and stuff like that. Because some people out here are traumatized by holiday music. Hold on. Thank you. You too. Some real bags. They gave me some real paper bags this time. We usually get the bags with the handles on them. People out here traumatized by holiday music, you know, so it's all about how you race, whatever. Yeah. You got the #1 gift badge, Hattie. Me, not you. Mina too. You remember when I said that? Miss Shaw, where you at, girl? What you doing? I love holiday music. No, you have most time Christmas classics. Let me tell you this. I welcome everything new. I want to everything that I've done before these 34 years. I could just do away with it. You know, music is special just because, you know, it's a great comfort for me. But anything religious, anything holiday, any type of bad, anything, like I really would just shed the shit out of that shit and just pick up and create just a different experience. Set a different standard to have different experiences. And that's just really where I'm at. And everything. Christmas is nice. I don't think, maybe it's just the relationships that I have right now. That is like, okay, Christmas music. I probably won't listen to any Christmas music. I barely want to hear Mariah Carey sing her song. That's the thing, constructing a life that's conducive for me. Constructing a life with the direction that my life is going. Definitely with the name change, definitely just have done the things. And because that shit before, I mean, it served me in a way that I am able to sit here and talk to you guys about this, that, and the third, and have an opinion on this, that, and the third, which I am grateful for that ability. And my intention is not to come off know-it-all or anything like that. But if I have it, I want to give it to you too. And at the same time, it really has, the journey itself, I've said this to you guys before, the journey itself has really revealed to me what my actual purpose is as an individual on this earth. And I don't think that would have come, like my experiences or understanding of people or understanding of experiences, understanding a human experience, giving somebody else the benefit of the doubt for their experiences, you know what I'm saying? Those things like that would have come had my life would have been different, you know? Better or worse, I don't know. But this is the life that I have, and it's led me to this point here. So I'm grateful for that. But the growing pains and the growing scars and the creased mind that I have acquired over these 34 years have created characteristics, attributes, behaviors, ideas, feelings, emotions that I do not want to take with me for my next 134 years, you know? So that is where I'm at. And I think I said that to the church, I think I said that to the Christmas music, because it's like you revert to those places to feel a certain kind of way, you know what I mean? And kind of pacify a situation, you know? And I don't really want to pacify anything. There are things I could call to the fire, but listening to, TikTok will therapize you. You don't have to pay no money. You don't have to leave the bed. You don't have to do your hair. You don't have to do nothing. And the work is all internal. Intention is internal. You have to move for the future that benefits you. Going back and calling things to the fire or addressing the situation, even trying to change things and people, really only waste the energy and the knowledge that you require on someone else. When you should really just be applying anything that you learn going forward. And that's not saying like these housewives things, there's nothing to learn from that. They don't teach you how to be a good friend. They don't teach you how to start these businesses. They don't teach you how to get a man. They don't teach you how to keep a man. They don't teach you how to take care of your kids. They don't teach you any of these things. Distractions, that's television, it is what it is. But to consume so many things that you can't apply then, going forward. And that's the thing about always being better. That's the thing about, like I said, about religion. It's like, we're teaching you what you should and what should be and how it should be. Like, no, there should be more about the experience and understanding, speaking to the experience, accepting the experience, taking what we learned last week or what we've learned, a cumulative understanding of what we've heard, learned, seen, and trying to apply it so that the next time we come together, things have been a little bit more easier. You were better equipped to handle. You know what I mean? Instead of waiting, because honestly, shit. Honestly, most things are fucking. It's like judged. Anything that you say, do, be, look, act, eat, kiss, is judged. And that's just like that's just the experience, at least my experience, and that hinders a lot. And then you look at other people who just live, shake, and move and things like that. Don't worry about the judgment. The Lisa Rennas of the world. You know what I'm saying? Who's just the lowest never checked there. And it, to some degree, it's like, yeah, there's limits, because I don't hateful, spiteful because I was allowed to be. But you know what I'm saying? To be careless, to be carefree from people's perceptions is a powerful life experience. I aspire to that. And to be intentional about it, I aspire to that. I didn't want to get on live today because I look a mess. I look a mess compared to how maybe a shaved beard, shaved sides, maybe the braided hair, things like that, in that comparison. But it's like, first of all, with the gang, I love you guys, love the gang. Love the new followers, love the people, love the engagement, love the interaction, love the moments that we share, love all that stuff. And it's bigger than what the fuck my hair looks like. Thank God for the filter though. But it's bigger than what my hair looks like. It's bigger than that. Especially with what I think. Now I'm not saying I'm not Coach Stormy, I'm not Robert, whatever his name is, I'm not the things. But I'm not those things. I'm not those things. When I get on here and say things about Kanye West, I'm sure somebody's like, Maybe if they don't even comment on it, they're like, When I say something about religion, I'm sure somebody's like, When I say, put the work into yourself and be powerful, especially when I speak to the girlies, be intentional, be powerful, hold your power, things like that. Somebody's like, Instead of getting on here dragging people or whatever, a little drag every now and then, a little drag every now and then, it's all right. But like that's not the main goal. That's not the purpose to get on here and be, that sort of thing. Thank you. So, but that's all. That's the thing. It's just like what will look, because I like to look in my mind. I like to look a lot better than what I present. So that's the overthinking. You know what I mean? Which needs to fucking stop. Because I clean up nice. So all those things. Well, I just come here, somebody to take away from it, because that is where the experience of my life has led me. Right here, doing this very thing, speaking this very way, and kind of being on my hill, with my thoughts and things like that. You know what I mean? Or even the direction of where my life is. You have to be comfortable on your hill because it's yours. You got to make sure you're not trying to get up on somebody else's hill. It's on your hills. You got to be comfortable on your own hill, and die on it. You got to be comfortable on your own hill and die on it. And that's just that. It's just like in true Kelly, and just in true London Kelly form, we talk about, we've covered so many things. We go from hither to thither in a moment's notice. But look, I'm constantly growing, especially, and then just revealing new things about myself. In the process of revealing things of other people, I find myself in finding things about other people, which I think, you don't have to be looking up celebrities to do that. You don't compare yourself to other people. but in understanding maybe where somebody comes from, you might have a better understanding of yourself. I think that's why, maybe friends are so important, different lifestyles, connecting on an emotional level, and experiences, and bonding on that level, helps. It should be fruitful for you. It should be fruitful, for the both of you, the experience, the camaraderie, if you will, even in your romantic relationships, should be fruitful. It shouldn't be obligatory or forced or comparison is the thief of joy. I agree. I agree with that, because somebody you comparing yourself to, well, I'm not going to say that. Somebody you comparing yourself to ain't comparing themselves to you. I will say that. Somebody you're comparing yourself to is not comparing themselves to you. And I think I stand on that. So you have to move. You have to move and do and shake and be worried about yourself, because that's it. Let me tell you this. Let me just tell you this, guys. I'd be so doubtful, and I'd be so stressed, and I'd be so this, and I'd be so that. When everything is really, let me tell you, it's really fucking simple. Showing up for yourself. Paves the way of the direction, your path. When you show up for yourself, in whatever capacity that is. I find that when I do the work, honestly, let me tell you, the biggest revelation, I've done many things in the world, okay, in my lifetime, many things. I've had dozens of jobs, maybe 2 dozen, maybe more, maybe dozens. And nothing has been as rewarding as TikTok. The accomplishment, now I'm talking to the new people in here, because I didn't sing this song before for the collective. But it's just the accomplishment of putting the work out, the work that putting the work in, submitting the work, and getting the satisfaction and the sense of accomplishment from completing that process is extremely rewarding. It is the very thing that I do not find in a 9-to-5, because regardless of a check at the end of the week, it never, for me, at least the jobs that I've had, never equates to the amount of work that I put in, coupled with the things that once you leave out and you collect your check, how fast that check goes out. For me to then restart that process, to then find myself at the same place at the end of the week. Mark Cuban said, I'd rather make $50,000 a year doing something that I want to, doing something for me that is mine, than make $700,000 a year working for somebody else doing what they need me to do. And that mindset is not for everybody. And to some degree it is. But that mindset is not for everybody, because people like organized religion, people like Santa Claus. No shade, just saying. And that's just the way the world works. But as for me, the experience alone of TikTok is like everything that I am, everything that I've done throughout my life is tapped into and is allowed to flourish, and is received and accepted, and you know what I'm saying. Even if it's a bad response, it is still, that's the work there. I mean, because everything is not going to be good. That's why I'm so thankful for you guys, and I love you guys because you guys love on me so well. And because everything is not good, and in my mind, I just think things will be things are so negative. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm talking looking so bad. What's the word? Somebody came on and said, fucking Tina Turner, but everybody else talk about love your hair. Get the fuck out of your own way. Jump the fuck out of your own way. You wanna know why? Because you can't go through with you sitting there. You can't go through it. And you got to go through it. You can't go around it. You can't go under it. You can't always fight it. You just have to go through it. Then 9 times out of 10 is usually you. Because there's always something that you can do that puts you in a better vantage point, puts you in a better position to be you. If you get out of your way. So when I pull myself out of bed, and it's like, okay, because this starts this, and like I said, I told you guys earlier when I'm, because this starts this, and the Kims, and the thing, and the thing, and the thing, and the thing. And when I get into that, now I'm gonna say it's my happy place, but I'm definitely in the groove. You know what I mean? Like, and then the dots begin to connect. If this wasn't for me, I wouldn't have the wherewithal or the capacity, or even even the interest to even do that. But this, that's what's for me. And if I put in the work, if I roll out of bed, if I put the pen to the paper, if I open up the notebook, if I draw the lines in the thing to get the script down, I'm on track. I'm on track. I put the video out and the work continues. What they call it, job. I used to hate that when I did housekeeping at a hospital. And somebody, I'd be collecting the trash, and then somebody throws a cup in there, like probably some white lady. Job security. I'd be wanting to hit them over the head with the bin. The fuck you in your job security with a damn talk about a damn picture? No. And that's the thing about working for somebody else. The job security I like is when I make a comment or do a video and somebody's like, oh, didn't do that. Like, Oprah next. Job security. Because somebody can be looking for an Oprah video. More transitions. Somebody looking for the transitions. And all this from getting out of my way. And then stepping out on faith. Not that deep about it, but definitely like, okay, let me explore this opportunity, which I've always considered TikTok an opportunity. Why? I don't know, but that is how it was revealed to me. We're not getting on TikTok. TikTok, like I said, TikTok is a place where I can express all of my interests and my abilities and find a place for each one of them. They are received to some degree, each one of them. So TikTok wasn't a place where I'm going, at least not for me, because I'm not a dancer, so I wasn't going to be shucking and dancing. And and if that's what everybody has their things. Yes, we get to the 30K. It only took me half a day, but that's all right. The new people don't know what to do. Thank y'all though. I just knew. I just felt, but like I said too, I didn't know exactly what or how. Because I thought, I'll come on here, I'll be James Charles, I'll be Jackie Ina, I'll be the black James Charles, which I'm not, because I'm not James Charles, and I'm only occasionally black. But you know what I mean? Like that was trying to fall into a role. Like Oprah says, when she was becoming Oprah, it was like, I try to model myself after Barbara Walters. And there are things, what I'm saying, when you delivering information, want to be concise and things like that, but you can only do it your way. And through many videos, I've found quite the fucking rhythm. And I find too, when I really just let it be and let it do what it's going to do, it really does what needs to be done. And that's getting out of your own way. So that's really one of the biggest lessons I've learned this year, lots of accomplishments this year. I've done, listen, 2022, 2022 don't owe me nothing. 2022 don't owe me a thing. I have gained so much. I understand so much. I see so much. I'm a lot more clearer than I've been in 33 years. And I'm very, very, very thankful for that. Thanksgiving passed, right? But I'm very, very, very thankful for that. And I'm thankful for you guys, especially my Lux Linen lads and ladies, probably specifically my ladies, because you guys just allow me to push on, carry on. You give me the energy, the incentive, the courage, the motivation, the love, the support to do it, which I think is required. And hopefully when you come here, you and all the other people that came in here, they're not here to even hear my good sweet message, but hopefully when you come here, you get, like I said, target. You come from one thing, you leave with many things. And hopefully one of those things is just a little bit more incentive and another push for you to go out and do you. However you do you, whenever you do you, but make sure it's the best you. Showing up. Showing up lays it the fuck out. And let me tell you, what's for you will come to you in your time. Like, listen, I would love to have me a chicken salad deal at the damn. Thank you so much, Hattie. Love to have me a little chicken salad deal at the Weight Watchers, but don't nobody eat Weight Watchers. And and who knows what that lady put in? I don't know that lady from Adam. I barely even watched her video all the way through. I don't know where #1 deli. I don't know nothing about that woman. And maybe she done put in the work somewhere, and this is where she's reaping her benefits and things like that. And it's like I said about Jessica Simpson and Tiana Taylor, and Jessica Simpson and Zendaya. Maybe she don't want to fucking sell salads, but she following the check, and so God bless her for that, you know. But what's for you will be for you, but you don't get it unless you show up. That was deep, but that's the truth. So show up and show out, show up and show out. I wrote my niece a note for her birthday, and it's a habit. It's a tradition, habit. It's a tradition I'd like to start. A habit I would love to get into for the both of us. Me expressing my creative ability, which I would like to tap into more, and building a level of connection with her on a deeper level, where, you know, writing handwritten letters and just talking like a pen pal. But the first one is just like, you know, be big and dream bigger. You're worth it. There's no reason you should ever think otherwise. I find that I don't think that will go unheard. She's young, but like I said in the letter too, she's just starting to read. But when you get to reading good and recognizing the handwriting, or when you turn 10 and you look back on it and it's like, you know what I mean? That sort of thing. I told her too, you know, letters was the way that you showed someone that you cared and you loved them. You know, as I said, these are the classics, my love. You know, getting on it. I could have sent her what the fuck is a text? An email? What's an email? Send her a picture or something? What is that? But a little kid, I know as a little kid, I just wanted, listen, lots of things you want as a little kid, and then you loathe them as you get older. I wanted me some mail with my name on it so bad, right? So when something finally came with my name on it, it meant a lot besides like a progress report or a report card or something. It meant something, you know what I'm saying? Well, I got something that was recognized. That's my experience, but that is what I remember. So even her getting the note and everything like that, you know, I just feel like all of those things recognize her. Which is, I don't want to say I'm projecting, but I would like to put forth the energy that I did not receive, especially on the generation under me, generations under me or whatever, and anybody that I come in contact with. So for her to get a piece of, no, it was a big parcel, if you will, and for her to put her name on it and the thing, that sort of thing. Remember that. It might not mean much now. But I tell you this, if it happens again, it clicks. The next letter, which will be, more in tune and a little bit more mature, because like I said, you're closer to bigger than you are to little. And it just begins a whole thing. And I'm kind of excited for that. And that's the thing too, getting ready to look forward to something. I don't, thank you, Hattie. I've never been the type to plan. I don't look forward to things. I don't anticipate nothing, because in the drop of a hat, shit could go to shit, okay? And I don't, I find you do yourself a disservice not at least preparing for the next day, You do yourself a disservice not expecting your direction or your capabilities. You do yourself a disservice not expecting what you are capable of 5 years down the line. That's the way to model. Whatever, if your 5-year plan, whatever it may be, a promotion, a child, a business, a hair growth, you know what I mean, that sort of thing. You underestimating those things are not even putting in the work, because the shit don't happen. The shit don't happen overnight. True success don't happen overnight. Like I said, I like lady with the chicken thing. I don't know what she didn't put the work in. I don't know how many failed videos. I don't know. I never seen it till she had a chicken salad in her mouth. So I don't know how many videos she done had. I never been to her page. I don't know nothing about her. But put in the work, put in the time, put in the energy. It's not an overnight thing, because like I said, sometimes you have, with you just showing up and putting in the work, you have no idea what then will take you to the next place. So you really have to be present, and you have to be intentional with what you want. And like I tell you guys too, speaking to you and speaking to myself too. But these are only from I read a book, listen to a thing, watch a video, and it's like, okay, this resonates. This resonates with me. Just because, like I said, I'm not conventional. Go to a job, 8 times out of 10, somebody's gonna have a problem with the way I'm saying, doing, or something, and it's just like, because there's no reason. Some of the jobs I've had, I shouldn't have an executive position, or listen, supervisor at the least. No reason. Where things that have happened, there's never a lack of production. There's never quality of work. It's never those things. It's usually not conforming to what the thing is. And, I can't apologize for that, because you want to know why? The tenacity and focus and healthy perfectionism is what makes the collective. So I can't apologize about that. And you can't apologize about the things that make you you. If you're not hurting anybody, disservicing people, slighting people, disrespecting people, moving ill intentions, moving with malice, things like that, there is no way. And that's the thing too. People out here being intentional and moving with malice, because some people are like that. But let me tell you, somebody who's moving in malice is kissing the ass. That's the thing, I don't never know. You're not gonna catch one that kissing no ass now. Okay? But people who are out here moving the worst are kissing the biggest. Kissing the biggest ass. Because they gotta keep it up somehow. You can't go cussing everybody out. Then the big boss gets in and you want to turn into a mouse or some shit like that. No. No, keep that same energy. But they gotta survive too. So thank you so much, Hattie. That sort of thing. Hopefully that landed. I do hope it landed because I hope you ain't sitting here looking like this poor fool. No, I know I'm better than that. And the people that are stuck in here. What do I have in here? Nothing embarrassing. I don't have nothing embarrassing from Walmart. Let me show you what I got since I talk about Walmart. It doesn't like put me in a Walmart commercial. Listen, I could read a child's book. I could be in a Walmart commercial. I could be in a listen, I could do a lot of things. I could do a lot of things. Let me show y'all what I got. Nothing really I just had. I think this is maybe my second delivery in the week. Because every time I finish, I feel like, oh shit. Ugh. Where are we at? Desiree, hey, welcome. Yeah, I've been talking all day. Let me tell you, cuz I think people that came in, okay? I've been 10, I think the longest I've ever been on, maybe 10 and a half hours. I think that's the longest I've been on. I fell out the light. Let me show y'all what I got. I got some Parmesan. And I got some mozzarella. I got some chicken thighs. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the chicken thighs. Some string bangs. Thank you so much. Deshelle, hey girl, hey, where you at? I was thinking about you today. I hope them kids ain't got you locked up in the closet like Miss Trunchbull. Well, I know you ain't Miss Trunchbull with them kids. It's alright if you are. I know how the kids can be. I got some butter. No. I don't like no salted butter. Who the fuck told them to get salted butter? Yes, the Walmart delivery. They need to send me something. I'll just take a free membership. I'm alright with that. I got some spinach. You got to keep some spinach. Y'all know what I'm doing with the spinach, the mozzarella cheese, and the Parmesan cheese? I got a deluxe stir fry. Now I don't even know what to say. Lord. You better tell them kids and put some respect on your name. Did I get two? Lord, jeez, I'll be forgetting what the fuck I get. Make some chicken fajita, yes. I got some baguettes. Y'all know what I'm making? Y'all gonna get it after I pull out this neck. Pull out this. I got some bread because I got some Italian sausages. I'm gonna make me some sausage with the peppers and the onions. With the peppers and onions. I got 3 of these. Because let me tell you what. I love these things. I absolutely love these things. These damn Starbucks triple shot energy. Triple and a double shot. I love the French vanilla. The French vanilla is so good that the one day I drank 2 of them back to back. And I don't think I was up. Not I was up. But I was wired for at least a day and a half. I went to sleep, but barely. I like the cafe mocha too. They have a double shot kind, but why not get the triple shot? Oh, I was just sitting there talking about the people. It's the people. This is all I got. And then I got some artichoke hearts. So I'm gonna make me some spinach artichoke dip. Yes, you need to reclaim your time. You ain't been in. You get to log these hours in, okay? You need to log these hours in. And I got some Kung Pao stir fry sauce. Hattie, how are you here? Ariana, what are you doing here? So just a couple things because I have some things like I told y'all. I didn't get nothing sweet because I'm gonna send my sugar through the roof the way I ate that. The way I ate that apple pie. I told my niece I had apple pie. And I said, I had it yesterday and it's gone today. She said, you got robbed? I said, it would have been better if I had got robbed. She went on this whole story about me getting robbed, how I should have put it in a safe space so they wouldn't have seen it. It was too cute. But I said, what do you know about being robbed? I don't know. A mess. But I just got a delivery. I'm not doing nothing sweet. A little heady, like the triple shot. This is, I just feel like when I drink it, I definitely feel the feels. I definitely feel the feels. I'm not wired, like I'll definitely go to sleep, but I'm also tempted to drink another one. Also too, it really, I was drinking this and eating popcorn, and that's why I needed like a lap. I need something that could like record like the process instead of getting on here after the process. But that really got me going and the wheels turning and kept the hand moving. I need to get some Papermate pens. I could be in a Papermate ad. Either way, I'm gonna do some spinach artichoke dip. I'm gonna put some tuna in it. Use these baguettes. I don't know why I got 2 baguettes. Does the one look like it's going bad already? Oh, why did I get 2 baguettes? What do I do with all this bread? I don't like to keep no bread in the house. I also don't buy snacks. I don't buy chips. I don't buy snacks. The only snacks I have, I'm not a clean, I don't eat clean, but I eat right-ish. I don't buy snacks. The only snacks I will have is popcorn, and that's fresh. Like I pop my own popcorn, as you've seen if you are a family member here. But I don't buy chips. I don't buy ice cream anymore. I haven't bought ice cream in a long time. And if it was ice cream sandwich. I really will just get some fruit. If I need a crunch, it'll be the popcorn. Or I get the mini cucumbers, and I season them up. So I don't know if they're healthy or not because I didn't put the sodium and stuff on them. But that's it. And so when it comes to bread, I just opt out of bread. And this may mean nothing, and I'm not telling you how to live your lives. I'm just telling you what happens over here in my kitchen. Meanwhile, and that's because I feel like if I don't eat the snacks, like the Little Debbie, or which don't taste the same now in my 40s, a Little Debbie or a chip or something like that. Then I have more space for things like spinach artichoke dip, or when I eat a whole damn apple pie in 24 hours, or a banana pudding in 24 hours. I feel like I allow my space, that room in my arteries, because I didn't put other things in there. Also, I only drink water and cranberry juice, cran apple juice, 100%. That is all I drink. So I think I kind of allow myself, but the way I put that pie away, I'm just not. And then I'm gonna be on. Maybe I'll get on this. I don't know how often I would drink these, but they're just so good. And I'm excited about this dip because this will be the first time I put the cheese and stuff on it. Normally, you remember when I made the stuffed chicken, which I have. I'm gonna put that video out. I have it all queued up. I just need to do a voiceover. What I'm gonna talk about, I don't know. I feel like I want to talk about something that's not food related. I don't know yet, but remember when I did the stuffed chicken and how I had the dip on the side, the stuffing on the side. So I did that again, and I said, oh yeah, I need to do this up. So I got the artichokes and the cheese to do that thing the right way, and the baguettes. Lord knows I don't need 2 baguettes. I just don't know how I need the 2 baguettes. And I got the spinach and the chicken thighs because why not? I might do a little, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I never really know what I'm doing. until I'm about to do it. But that's that. That's what's going on. That's what's happening. That's what it is. And that's what the day did. That is what the day did. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna put it in the freezer. I definitely freeze my bread. Eat all Tootsie? Absolutely not. That's what I won't do. Absolutely not. First of all, I'm not that big on bread. I don't think, I don't know. Just not that big on bread. I don't even want these damn hot dog buns. But I know when I make these sausages, I'm gonna want to have the whole effect with the peppers and the onion. With the peppers and the onion. I don't know what I'm gonna have with them. Because I ate the last of my fries yesterday. I made some chicken wings. I made some chicken wings and did a jerk sauce glaze, a jerk glaze, I guess. Give me all the carbs. Speaking of carbs look like ribs, and that's what I wanted to get. See, I'm fucking around and order something else. But I don't like to have the people drive all the way out here for one thing. That's how I ended up with all of this stuff when I really just wanted more of these. But I wanted some ribs. And I got to put that. I got to get rid of that roast. I got a shoulder in the freezer. I have to get rid of that before I get some ribs. Yes, I've done bread. String beans, I love string. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the stir fry. It's probably something with the chicken thighs. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Here we are. Shout out to Walmart. If y'all don't do Walmart delivery, at least try it. Put you something in the cart tonight. I don't know what your mornings is like, but if you know what time you get home from work, have it delivered right then. So you pull up and the groceries be sitting right there. It is the most satisfying thing. It's the same thing as a Walmart. It's as Amazon. You know what I realized too? Like, I need a carb and I need some protein, and I also need a little sugar. And my body just, but it's, all of that is sugar. Carbs, not the protein. Well, depending on how you get your protein. But the carbs is sugar, and an apple pie is sugar. And I just be like, hold on, I just need a little something. So, just clean eating. To some degree, because I'm cautious about this. Hold on. I only got one thing on mozzarella. Oh, I was about to say. I clean eating, watching things. I remember when I watched Super Size Me in high school. I didn't eat McDonald's for a year, and shortly thereafter, I stopped eating fast food altogether. I never got groceries from Amazon. I want to see what that's like. Well, I guess that's the thing, the difference between men and women. Because they said men, I feel like they said it too, men and women. Get you each, if you're going to work out the next morning, eat a bowl of spaghetti the night before, and you'll have the energy to work out. Carbs, you just got to work out. Eating, period. You got to work out after. I could never be vegan, but I could be pescatarian. Well, how about that? That night. Nice. What game was you getting? Oh, like a game console? Was you Christmas shopping? The show, what is them adults doing to you over there? Girl, don't have me pull up. Don't have us pull up to the job or to the schoolhouse for 3 years. I just don't think that's my calling. I just don't think that's my calling. Although, if I lived in an environment, oh God, good night. If I lived in an environment where that was available, like the substitutions and the options are available, I could get into that. But like, if it's not fresh, like when I got the beets, which I did not remember when I got the beets. I got the beets, give us free. I didn't mind the beets, but when I got the beets to be healthy, just the night before, the guy was looking at, I've always looked at the ingredients. He was just talking about like the sugars and stuff. So they said the beets, sliced beets, pickled beets. I love anything pickled. Beets, water, high fructose corn syrup. Just that alone disqualified the beets from being healthy. Okay. And I'm sitting there looking for a healthy treat, but then they do all these things. They do these things to the beets, and it's just like, well, girl, it's defeating the purpose. I'm just putting money in your pocket. I'm not providing no health to myself. And the berry smoothie, they were just good and pickled. I don't know. I'd have to try a regular. When I think of beets, I think of Doug. But when I'd have to try, Doug the cartoon, Douglas Funny. I'd have to try a regular beet, but the pickled beets were good. But it was just that high fruit. I actually ended up pouring out the juice because I figured. I actually poured out the juice, put some water in it, shook it up, kind of rinsed them. to get rid of the high fructose corn sugar. I thought that was kind of smart. You know what I watched too? I remember somebody asked me, what should I do spend the holidays alone? Nothing for dinner today. What is for dinner? I don't know. What did I eat today? Y'all know I get on here with y'all and forget to eat completely unless I'm cooking with y'all. The fuck did I eat today? Not a damn thing. I'm gonna eat something. I got to eat something. I got to put something on me before I go to bed. I watched X-Men in sequence all the way up to Deadpool. I couldn't get it. Deadpool is interesting. He's just too, I think obnoxious might be the word. But I don't need all that he was doing. But it was nice to watch X-Men in sequence. So I probably watched about 9 movies. Because I think it's 13 of them. And I don't know if I'll dump back into that Deadpool. But I'm going to end up watching, I think, X-Men Last Stand. And then watch Logan. Yeah, I love pickle everything. Pickled string beans. Love a dilly bean, especially when it's spicy. Pickled carrots. What I get? Pickled string beans, pickled carrots. I think I got them from Amazon. And pickled pickles. Pickled pickles, something. I know I got 3 jars of something. No, I haven't done that with the beets. That was my first time ever getting beets. I have some, and that's what I was going to do too, but I done got on here. Thanks to Natasha, I done jumped on here and got with y'all. But I like Deadpool because it's very graphic. Like he's a bone breaker, blood spatter. I like that, but there's just too many other things around it. But, I think I was gonna have Brussels sprouts in the fridge that I need to get with not everything pickled, but pickles. I love pickles. I love olives. I love a brine. If it's gonna be briny, I'm gonna eat it. The Brussels sprouts. I probably make chicken wings again. Because that's something quick. I don't have nothing quick. But I can get with some chicken wings in about 30 minutes. So that's probably what I'll do before I lay down and watch, see what I can see what I can watch, and get caught up, see if they got Potomac up there. See what the girls did down to the Miami house. See what Candace is up there doing. You know, Candace looked really nice at the Soul Train Awards? She looked terrible at Portia's wedding though. Simple. I didn't mean terrible. But so simple. So simple. And it's like, black don't mean boring. Are we boring? Anything but? I need a permanent bleaching. Desperately seeking Susan at the salon. So that's that. Terrible. Just exhausted. And girl, if you was tired because you've been out here singing at the studio with Trina, I mean, I get that, but that don't have no excuse for the dress. Like, her and Cynthia just literally pulled something out of the closet that they've had. And I'm not saying you need to go out and buy something new, but you need to understand, you got to read the room. And you got to know that Portia done spent hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions, at least $3 million on 2 events, and you pull out your J.C. Penney's, no shade to Penny's. I don't know. No shade to Penny's, but that's just not. That's just that. Cynthia knew she looked. I'm not getting it because that's usually when I get banned at the 11th hour. Cynthia wouldn't even stand up in her picture. She knew she looked crazy, and it's like, girl, how you a model? And everybody asked where Phaedra was. Phaedra is in Paris with them kids. I haven't seen anything. I've been on the line with y'all, so I don't know what she dropped today. It's the whole thing. People magazine will be having. I know, get banned in 11th hour. People magazine they get the exclusive to these ratchet. I was looking up. I told you guys I got a wedding series coming. I'm gearing up. I'm not gearing up. I got to do it. Yandy's, and her second ceremony was covered exclusive by People. Do people still buy People magazine? But so they get these exclusives. I don't think nobody picking up People magazine to watch Portia's wedding. See Portia's wedding, especially when Portia gonna post the pictures on the damn thing. So I mean, that's all in the contract. Yeah, you got the pictures, but I'm gonna post them up anyway. So then what's so exclusive about it? I don't know. I don't know what they showed. I don't know what they showed or how they showed it. Did they have to pay the people? I'm sure people pay Portia for exclusive. I mean, she probably didn't get, 4.6 million, but she probably got a cool half, I mean, Portia ain't drawing that. Like I said, ain't nobody picking up the People magazine issue. Ain't no random white women picking up the People magazine issue because Portia's wedding pictures is in there. But I don't know. I'm sure they definitely got paid for that. And I don't know the last time I bought a magazine. I think the last magazine I bought, honestly, is the RuPaul on it's a collector's item. It's in mint condition. RuPaul was on Vanity Fair. I think that's the last magazine I bought. Oh. See, and that formation hat goes into, I'm not getting into that, y'all. I've been on here. Everybody dressing in black, which seemed very ritualistic to me. African spirits. all the things. All the things that make the things the things. It's 11 o'clock, my love. Before I head out of here, you got time with the Prince on there? What was that, 6 years ago? How long Prince been dead? Not 6 years, maybe 4. 2018? When did Prince die? Before I didn't said all the I didn't shared and said, I love y'all for being here with me. You could be anywhere on these mobile streets. Okay, 2016. It's been 6 years. You could be anywhere on these mobile streets, and y'all done parked it right here with your boy. And I am thankful and passionate about the time we get to spend together. We talked about this, we talked about that. I did a haul. You never know what you get. The target of TikTok. That's how I should coin that. Well, that's not the thing. That's coin. That's my creative property. Either way, the 35. Y'all listen to Hattie. Let me let you do your thing. Help Hattie get me to 35. Let me tell you, I love that y'all do that. But listen, if the likes was supposed to do what they supposed to have been did, let me tell you. Thank you, and I appreciate that. Y'all so sweet. You know what would be nice too? If you could see the hearts, because the hearts are cute. And if they would just pop up along, it would be a little distracting, because I kind of do like the piece of this.